Hello viewers, welcome back to Already Late. Here I am with the second tranche of the stimulus announcements by Finance Minister Madam Nirmala Sitharaman. If you have not watched my first video on the first set of announcements, which was yesterday, please watch it to get a better perspective of today's announcements. As expected, the focus today was on farmers and migrants, the two core groups concerning which the government has been facing a lot of flack over the last month. Without wasting any time, let us straight away get into the details of today's measures. The first measure was interest subvention and prompt repayment incentive on crop loans, which has already been extended to 31st May. Now, this was already announced on April 21st itself and is not a new measure. Government has provided a concession of 2% on the interest rates and additional 3% on prompt repayment to all the farmers till 31st May. So this is done and dusted already 21st April. Further, 25 lakh new Kisan credit cards have been sanctioned with a loan limit of 25,000 crores totally. This means that each of these farmers will approximately have 1 lakh rupees of credit limit in their cards, and this money can be used for their farming activities. This is in addition to providing credit to the extent of 2 lakh crore rupees to existing Kisan credit card holders. Let me remind you, the amount has to be repaid along with interest, which is 4% if paid within the due date. Else it's 7%. The next measure was refinancing of rupees 30,000 crores by NABARD to cooperative banks and regional rural banks for crop loan purposes. This again is a case of getting other institutions to shell out money, similar to asking PFC and REC to provide money to the struggling discoms yesterday. An announcement was made pertaining to providing support to states through Rural Infrastructure Development Fund to the extent of 4,200 crore rupees. Now, this is a fund set up by NABARD and the money has to be repaid by states with interest at later stages. So again, no fresh money. The government has provided 6,700 crore rupees working capital limit for procurement of agricultural products. Please note, once again, this is a credit given and has to be repaid by the state agencies availing this credit. The minister also shared some statistics as part of stimulus announcement. First, she mentioned that 3 crore farmers with loans of over rupees 4,22,000 lakh crores, that's 4,22,000 crores, availed moratorium benefits. Now this means two things. First, the possibility could be that all the public sector banks had given a default option of availing moratorium, and most of these farmers have not gone to the banks. They're not aware, probably they could not go to the bank and avoid the moratorium and pay. Or the second scenario looks likely is that the magnitude of impact of this economic crisis is so severe that all these farmers are not able to repay. A concerning situation indeed. The next piece of information which was shared was 63 lakh farmers availed loan amounting to 86,600 crores during March and April. Again, I have no idea behind this statistic being shared during the stimulus announcement, unless this loan is also considered as a stimulus, which honestly and frankly is not, just regular business. After farmers, the minister now turned attention to migrants. Some of the key measures here include releasing of 11,002 crores to all the states. Again, what needs to be understood here is the central government is bound to pay this money as per the regulations of State Disaster Relief Fund SDRF. The only benefit is that the government has released this money early. Again, nothing extra given here, but tall claims being made. Some important numbers related to migrant laborers were shared. The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, popularly what we all call as NREGA, has come to the rescue of migrants. Work was offered to 2 crore 33 lakh people in 1,87,000 gram panchayats on 13th May yesterday. The numbers are higher by almost 50%, which is generally seen over the years in May. This is what the government has said. And the government has also said that it is committed to enroll more migrants once they reach the villages and provide more employment opportunities. Another important measure is to provide 5 kgs of wheat or rice and 1 kg of dal per family per month for the next 2 months. This is for those who do not have any ration card benefits. You can still go and claim this. People who have ration cards can seek their benefits without bothering about which state they are in. They can go to any state irrespective of where the ration card has been issued. So this is like portability of ration cards. Now this should honestly have been done long back, but thanks to the situation, at least now it has been done. The next announcement was 2% interest subvention for Shishu loans under Mudra scheme. Shishu loans are loans up to 50,000 rupees. The total loan book for Shishu loans is at 1,62,000 crores. The government expects an outlay of 15,000 crores through Subvention. This comes as a small relief to the small businessmen who had taken these very small loans for setting up their businesses. So loans below 50,000 rupees, not a big amount as a concession, but something better than nothing. The street vendors are also being provided with a working capital of 10,000 rupees, and the government expects to support nearly 50 lakh vendors through this. Two things here. First, this is again a loan that has to be paid. And second, the modality of the scheme is still being worked out, and as per the government, it will take a month to launch. So how will it happen? Who will get? We don't know yet. The biggest number for the day was reserved for housing sector. 70,000 crore rupees boost through extension of CLSS, Credit Linked Subsidy Scheme. Now this is a scheme where home buyers from the middle income group get an interest subsidy for buying a house. The scheme was in place for 3 years and ended on 31st March 2020. So now the government has extended this scheme for 1 more year. Now the finance minister has said that 2.5 lakh families will get benefited through this extension, and this measure will boost demand for steel, cement, transport, and it will also create a lot of employment. I beg to differ. Now what the government expects this year is 2.5 lakh families will buy homes under this scheme and thus add 70,000 crore rupees of liquidity. A simple calculation reveals that every family is expected to buy a house of 28 lakh rupees. In the 3 years of the scheme, total of 3.3 lakh families availed benefits, an average of 1,10,000 families per year. So in the last 3 years, when economy was not reeling under any kind of pressure, we were not in uncertain times, 1.1 lakh families took benefit. And this year, with the kind of economic mess we are in, 2.5 lakh families are expected to take benefit. Sounds possible? I don't think I should be saying anything more in this. What is more disheartening than these aggressive assumptions is the fact that irrespective of the number of beneficiaries in the scheme, it is eventually money taken as loan by the citizens and paid with interest by the citizens. And here we have the government taking credit for this kind of a scheme and calling it stimulus. This is a big disappointment. After listening to the finance minister yesterday, there was a sense of belief that the government is only looking at making loans available through various measures. Today's announcements reinforce the same belief. As I said yesterday also, there is not much that the government can do at this point of time. It does not have any kind of source of money. There's absolutely nothing which the government can look at additional money. In the current form, it looks more like the banks are providing the stimulus, and until and unless there is a clarity on resumption of normal activities, the consumption side, what I was talking yesterday also, these measures mean very little. What might come as tomorrow's announcements? Looks like some more loans. This time, maybe the middle class salaried individuals. Let's see. Hope you like my analysis, even if there is nothing much to cheer in the announcements. If you did, do like the video and show me your love by subscribing to my channel and sharing the video with others. Until then, stay safe, keep learning. Thank you.